Hello, dear students, welcome back. Today we are going to start up a new chapter which is titled as We Are Not Afraid to Die If We Can All Be Together. It is written by Gordon Cook and Alan East. Again, a very beautiful story which gives you a very inspiring lesson. And the story is about a 37 years old businessman who is the narrator of the story, and he has a wife named Mary and two children, Jonathan, aged 6, and daughter Susan, aged 7. Now, he and his wife both dream of a voyage around the world on their ship, Wave Walker. They named their ship as Wave Walker, which is a 23-meter long and 30-ton wooden hulled, just like that of the famous Captain James Cook. Now, the whole family started sailing from Plymouth, England on July 1976, and the initial phase of the 3 year long journey was from Africa to Cape Town. And it was pleasant enough while heading east, along with two newly hired crewmen. Strong waves hit them, and their survival became a question. Now, the story tells us about how they fought each day and survived till the end. So, let's begin our discussion today and we'll further move in the chapter. So, listen to it carefully. So, this is the chapter, dear children, and before beginning the chapter, there are few expressions given here in the beginning. So it would be better to understand the meaning of these phrases and expressions which are given here. It would help you out because they are used here in the content. Okay. So the first one is honing our seafaring skills. Now, honing means sharpening. Sharpening our abilities relating to travel by sea. This is what it means here in the chapter. Next one is ominous silence. Okay. Now, ominous here stands for like a peace and quiet, suggesting or indicating that something bad is going to happen, or something bad is going to be revealed. So, ominous silence means that. The next one is mayday calls. Now, these are the calls, or you may say distress calls, or calls for help at sea. So, these kind of calls are termed as mayday calls. Next is pinpricks in the vast ocean. So, pinpricks means tiny things, no? So, here we are talking about the tiny islands in the huge sea appearing like small pinpricks in the vast ocean. Next is a tousled head. So, a head with the hair messed up and uncombed, that is termed as a tousled head. So, let's begin the chapter now. In July 1976, my wife Mary, son Jonathan 6, daughter Susan 7, and I set sail from Plymouth, England, to duplicate the round the world voyage made 200 years earlier by Captain James Cook. For the longest time, Mary and I, a 37-year-old businessman, had dreamt of sailing in the wake of the famous explorer. Famous explorer here stands for Captain Cook. And for the past 16 years, we had spent all our leisure time honing our seafaring skills in British waters. Our boat, Wave Walker, a 23-meter and 30-ton wooden hulled beauty, had been professionally built, and we had spent months fitting it out and testing it in the roughest weather we could find. So, as I told you in the introduction, the narrator, 37-year-old businessman, along with his wife Mary and two children, Jonathan, age 6, and Susan, age 7, went on a voyage on their ship in July 1976. Okay. They started from Plymouth, England, and they wanted to complete the sea trip around the world just like the one that had been completed 200 years ago by the famous Captain James Cook. Now, the narrator and his wife spent 16 years improving their seafaring skills, and they got a ship built professionally, a 23-meter long, 30-ton heavy wooden hull called Wave Walker. The name of the ship, that they had named the ship as Wave Walker, and they took several months to test it in the roughest of weathers. Now, students, the meaning of voyage is a long journey by sea or space. That is voyage. Okay. And the meaning of honing, I told you when we were discussing the meaning of the expressions. So honing basically means to sharpen or to improve your skills. Seafaring is regularly traveling by sea. That is seafaring. And honing our seafaring skills means improving the skills required to travel by sea. Okay. Now they had used the phrase, the narrator have used the phrase wooden hulled for the ship. Now wooden hulled here means a watertight body of a ship. Now he further tells you that the first leg of our planned 3-year 105,000 kilometer journey passed pleasantly as we sailed down the west coast of Africa to Cape Town. There, before heading east, we took on 2 crewmen, American Larry Vigil and Swiss Herb Seliger, who helped us tackle one of the world's roughest seas, the Southern Indian Ocean. So here we find that the initial phase of a 3-year-long journey of 105,000 kilometers passed pleasantly. They sailed down the west coast of Africa to Cape Town. The narrator hired 2 crewmen before heading towards the east to tackle the roughest sea, the Southern Indian Ocean. And their names were Larry Vigil, an American, and Herb Siegler, who belonged to Switzerland. He was a Swiss person. Okay. Now he further tells you that on our second day out of Cape Town, we began to encounter strong gales. Now gales here stands for a very strong wind. And for the next few weeks, they blew continuously. Gales did not worry me, but the size of the waves was alarming. Up to 15 meters, as high as our main mast. Mast here stands for a tall upright structure on a boat or ship. That is called mast. So on the second day in Cape Town, they encountered a strong wind which continued for several weeks. And a strong wind was not a problem, but 15 meters high waves, which were the height of the mast, worried the narrator. Now he further tells you, December 25th found us 3,500 kilometers east of Cape Town, and despite atrocious weather, we had a wonderful holiday complete with a Christmas tree. New Year's Day saw no improvement in the weather, but we reasoned that it had to change soon. And it did change, but for the worse. So as he is telling you in this paragraph that on December 25th they had traveled 3,500 kilometers east of Cape Town, and they celebrated Christmas together despite the bad weather. The weather remained the same till New Year's Day, but they hoped for it to change soon. And the weather conditions worsened. Now let's move to the next paragraph. At dawn on January 2nd, the waves were gigantic. We were sailing with only a small storm jib and were still making 8 knots. As the ship rose to the top of each wave, we could see endless, enormous seas rolling towards us. And the screaming of the wind and spray was painful to the ears. To slow the boat down, we dropped the storm jib and lashed a heavy mooring rope in a loop across the stern. Then we double lashed everything, went through our life raft drill, attached lifelines, donned oilskins and life jackets, and waited. Now, as he is telling you that on December 25th, okay, they had traveled 3,500 kilometers, and on January 2nd, the waves were very, very huge, as the word written here is gigantic. Gigantic means huge or of a big size, and they were sailing with a small storm jib, okay, at a speed of as it is written here, at the speed of 34 knots. Now jib here stands for, it is a part of a ship, and this is a triangular stay sail set forward the mast in a ship. So as the ship was sailing with the huge waves, they could see the huge sea in front of them, and the noise of the waves and strong winds was painful for the ears, and they dropped the storm jib to slow down the ship and hit a heavy mooring rope across the back part of the ship in a loop, and they lashed everything with double force, and they put on their oilskins and life jackets attached to lifelines, and went through the life raft drills and waited. Now oilskins here means they are, it is a heavy cotton cloth waterproofed with oil, you may say. And donned means put on or wore. So they wore these heavy cotton clothes which were waterproofed with oil. So basically they were ready with all the preventive measures, okay, to face the dangers of the huge gigantic waves in the sea. So children, we are leaving here today, and we shall continue our discussion in the next video, and we shall start from the next paragraph in the next video. Till then, goodbye.